Welcome to BrainStuff, a production of iHeartRadio.
Hey, BrainStuff, Lauren Vogelbaum here. At first glance, it seems almost like an SNL sketch or an Onion article. A deboned chicken stuffed inside a deboned duck stuffed inside a deboned turkey. How can that possibly be real? Despite the sheer outrageousness of this dish, the turducken has been popular in the U.S. for more than 30 years and has transcended novelty by cementing itself as the ultimate holiday meal for those who want it all. But several questions remain. Who invented the turducken? How do you make this mega creature come to life? What does it taste like? And where do you even start when it comes to consuming this Matryoshka doll of meat? The origin of the turducken is shrouded in mystery. One supposed inventor of the turducken was the late Louisiana Cajun chef Paul Prudhomme. He trademarked the term turducken in 1986 and helped make this poultry trifecta go mainstream. Prudhomme later claimed on a phone call to New York Times writer Amanda Hesser in 2002 that he was the one who first thought up this meat mountain. From Hesser's story, quote, "He insisted that to truly understand turducken, you need to bone all the birds and prepare 3 stuffings, 1 for each layer of meat, and cook the whole for 12 hours. And yes, purist though he is, Mr. Prudhomme would not reveal the name of the lodge in Wyoming where he says he came up with the dish, when exactly he created it, or even his age." However, another legend has it that the dish was first thought up by 2 brothers within the confines of a butcher shop, Hebert's Specialty Meats in Maurice, Louisiana. Shop owners Junior and Sammy Hebert were approached by a local man who brought his, quote, birds to their shop and asked the brothers to create the medley. Today, Hebert's, which calls itself the home of the world-famous turducken, can stuff as many as 200 turduckens in a day during the holidays. There are other stories, too, about its origin, but the idea of ingastration, that is, stuffing the remains of one animal into another, is nothing new. In the 18th and 19th centuries, ingastration was a sign of wealth in Europe, and it was Grimaud de la Reynière, one of the world's first food reviewers who also published the world's first food journal, Almanach des Gourmands, who's credited with stuffing a bird within a bird. In 1807, he included a recipe for the roast without equal in his journal. It consisted of 17 different birds, starting with a garden warbler and ending with a buzzard. There's no evidence he or anybody else ever prepared the dish, but it sure makes the turducken look like chump change. Regardless of the turducken's original creator, though, it was a man not involved in the food scene, one football legend John Madden, who popularized the turducken and brought it into the modern lexicon. Madden was introduced to the dish by way of Glenn and Leah Mystic. Leah came from the family that owned a Bears and gave Madden a turducken during a 1997 game at the Superdome, a move that apparently changed Madden's life forever. Madden began requesting a turducken every Thanksgiving. In 2014, the word turducken was added to the dictionary, giving this ambitious, albeit bizarre main dish a formal place in the world. So, how do you make a turducken? To make a turducken from scratch, the first step is the hardest. You have to debone your birds. Your technical skill with deboning the duck and chicken don't matter as much, but the turkey will be a bit more intensive as you'll want to keep the meat and skin mostly intact to create an attractive outer layer for serving.